Taylormade is super excited about their new BRNR Mini Driver. They're calling it a modern interpretation of a classic design. They've made the head smaller compared to their 460cc Stealth 2 driver and added some cool retro styling. They're hoping this model will really connect with a specific group of golfers. And by the way, please click the subscribe button now. Thank you very much. The best part about this driver is its size. It's way more compact than any other top golf drivers out there, coming in at just 304cc. And guess what? It has two movable weights in the sole of the club that you can switch around to get the perfect spin and flight for your shots. On top of that, they've designed it with a special K-Solid to help you out with turf interaction when you're hitting the ball from the deck. So cool, right? I was really curious to see what the Taylormade BRNR Mini Driver had in store, so I decided to put it to the test during 2 recent rounds. To make things even more interesting, I used my Arco's data to compare its performance with my trusty Titleist SR2 driver that I currently have in my bag. Let's start by talking about the aesthetics. I have to say, the black and bronze color scheme of the BRNR Mini Driver looks really nice. It actually reminded me of the classic Taylormade Brnr, which brought back some good memories. For my test, I went with the 13.5 version. They also have a lower lofted option, and I placed the heavier weight at the back of the sole. The loft setup, along with the length of the shaft, made it feel like a supercharged 2 wood. Since I've been struggling with control off the tee, I really appreciated this visual. Despite its more compact appearance, I felt much more confident standing over the BRNR Mini. Oh, and let me tell you about the retro Taylormade head cover for the BRNR Mini Driver. It's absolutely awesome. Take a look at the images above, and you'll see what I mean. Now, let's dive into the performance based on my Arco's data. One thing really stood out to me: hit so many more fairways with the BRNR Mini. It was incredible. In fact, during the second round, I only missed 1 fairway using this driver, which is highly unusual for me. The ball flight was maybe a tad higher than what I'm used to, but the difference wasn't significant. Plus, I could have adjusted the loft sleeve or moved the weights around to bring down the flight if I wanted to and potentially gain a bit more distance. Of course, there was a trade-off when it came to overall distance. The 3 drives shown above were some of my best shots. With my current 460cc driver and its 45-inch shaft, I would typically expect more distance from those kinds of hits. Similarly, I'd also expect a little more distance from my mishits. However, it's worth noting that some of the drawbacks I mentioned here could be mitigated by the shorter driver shaft of the BRNR Mini 43.5 inches. I'm confident that this shorter length would help me find the center of the club face more often. So, while the sweet spot may be more compact, I'd expect my own strike pattern to be tighter and more consistent. Taylormade is doing something really interesting with the BRNR Mini Driver, and it's definitely a choice that certain golfers should consider. While its appeal might not be as broad as the most forgiving drivers out there, it will be incredibly enticing for a specific group of players. We're talking about confident ball strikers and longer hitters who prioritize control off the tee above everything else. If you're someone who's happy with a more compact look at address and values that control, then this driver is definitely targeted at you. Not only does the BRNR Mini have an aspirational aesthetic and feel amazing in your hands, but it also incorporates the kind of modern, performance-enhancing technology inside the head that you'd expect from Taylormade. It's truly a driver that combines style and function. And here's another cool thing: BRNR Mini can be used off the fairway too. This versatility adds another dimension to its appeal. While it might not be the perfect fit for every golfer out there, it definitely fills a valuable space in the market in 2023. So, if you find yourself fitting the description of the target golfer for this driver, it's definitely a product worth considering.